Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Hope Dealer Podcast. In today's episode, we'll be looking at scaling your businesses, challenges, and solutions. With me, your host, Mapalo Mwape. Stay tuned. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting podcast. Today with me, we have a special guest, the one and only, a musician, a mentor, part-time accounts lecturer, counselor, and everything. The one and only, also known as Chills, Mr. Chileshe. Mr. Chileshe, thank you for being with us and spending your time here. So today we'll be talking about an important topic for everybody: scaling your business. So we're looking at the challenges and solutions. I have some few questions for you, sir. Give us a brief background of your entrepreneurship journey.
All right. So, I just didn't start from the top. I started from somewhere. So, when I started off as an entrepreneur, I used to sell phones. I think Blackberries by then. They were the most common phones, and Nokia phones by then. So, I would sell those things while I was still in high school, and it's something that was just within me. So, growing up, I tried different things. I started selling couple watches. We would order couple watches in Kamala, and we would sell them for 25 kwacha. Then the order price was like 13 kwacha. So we would make something like 12 kwacha from each set. From there, I started selling laptops, and it was a bit of a challenge because I wasn't really mature, and I really didn't know how to handle my finances. We find that we make a profit with my friends. We go and buy swag. We go and, we go for outings, movies and stuff. So I really didn't have that mentality of an entrepreneur within me by then, because, I had something I would call kids mentality, because it was all about lavish life. Then 2019, I continued selling laptops and stuff, and I remember I made my first 10,000, which was a lot of money by then. I was excited, but I continued. But because I didn't have that mentality to grow, I collapsed at some point. Then I remember when I went to university, I started selling phones. Then I still had that mentality of making a profit and living a luxury life, buying expensive phones, going for outings, swag and stuff. It was weekly. I would buy new clothes every week. Fast forward, I started working for Trade Kings, but I still had that passion within me. So as I was working with Trade Kings, they opened my mind in terms of marketing, accounting, and just how to handle things. Then I began to plan, and I told myself to say I need to follow my passion. So I had to quit my job in 2022. Then I came back on track. That's how I ventured into phones, laptops, and cars sometimes. So basically, that's my entrepreneurship journey. Quite right, it wasn't easy. It took a lot for me to get here, and I had to make a lot of sacrifices and just learn a few things that were not adding up. So basically that.
Well, it's safe to say everyone started from somewhere, and someone has got a story to tell. Another question for you, Mr. Chileshe. What has being an entrepreneur mean to you?
All right. So an entrepreneur is somebody who runs a business with a view to make a profit. That's generally defined. But what it means to me is I need to be a visionary, a risk taker, and a problem solver. What do I mean by that? People have needs. For instance, you need a phone to do your daily businesses. For instance, to communicate with your family and friends. You need maybe your laptop for assignments, studying, and the like. You can't study on your phone. Yeah, you can, but there are times you need at least a bigger screen to avoid straining your eyes and stuff. So these are the problems that uh, clients face. So as an entrepreneur, I have to meet their needs. So that's what being an entrepreneur means to me. In addition to that, yes, I'll make a profit at the end of it all, but I have to stretch a hand to other people. It shouldn't always be about me. It should also be about helping other people. So basically, that's the whole thing about me being an entrepreneur.
Speaking about problems, we all know that at some point in our businesses, we'll face challenges and problems, which we all have faced. Like they say, to every advantage, there's a disadvantage. So, Mr. Chileche, how did you face challenges, or how were the challenges to you, and how did you manage to overcome them?
Okay, thank you. So, as I was narrating in my explanation, the first question you asked, there's something I mentioned to say I had this mentality within me that was all about lavish life and spending money on things that were not necessary and stuff. So that was a challenge for me. How was it a challenge? I couldn't grow as a business person. You'd find that instead of growing, I'm at the same level or going down, because I would make a profit. Instead of investing it, I would use it. So you find that I'm dormant, I'm at the same stage. And sometimes I would make negatives because my only care and interest was to buy swag, impress people that didn't even matter, that didn't even last, some have left and stuff. So some of the challenges I faced, one, well, it's not rainy days all the time. There are times whereby you have bad days. So that's been one of the challenges, whereby you have less good days than bad days. So as an entrepreneur, you need to be somebody with patience. If you don't have patience, you find that you fail. But a person with patience, you find that even when you have bad days and stuff, you still hold on to that business that you're running. You'd find that in a month, you only have one week that you make sales and stuff, and the rest of the weeks, there are bad days and dry days. So how do you handle that challenge? That's when patience comes in. So you need to be patient. The other thing is you need to be disciplined. Quite right, there will be times where you make money. Sometimes you'd make money in a week that you're supposed to make maybe in the next 3 months and stuff. There'll be deals like that. So how do you handle such pressures? You need to be disciplined. So discipline will help you overcome such challenges. Then the other thing is you need to be determined and focused. Just like I said, business is not an easy thing, but when you lose your focus, you will fail as a business person. You need patience, discipline, focus, determination, and also just living a preserved life. Most people fail because they want to expose what they are doing. They want to show off that they have money and stuff. They want to show off saying, oh guys, I'm doing great now. I have so much in my account. You need to be preserved. But once you start showing off, you're attracting a lot of wrong things. So basically, I would address those issues and stuff. Yeah.
Wow, I love that. Learned so much. My key takeaway from this is learning to practice your patience, having a disciplined mindset. My question for you again is, do you feel you have tested success, and how do you define your level of success?
Interesting question. Have I tested success? Yes, I have. What is my definition of success? I will start with the first thing. How have I tested success? Well, success is, most people think success is you make it big, you're bigger than everybody else. That's not success. Success is simply following your path and being in line with your goal. So the fact that I've been doing business since the time I was in high school, to, back then in 2013, 14, 15, up to now, it means something. So that's success to me, that I've held on this long. For many people, I've failed along the way. So that's how I see myself to be successful. That's how I see myself to have succeeded in this field. Then the other thing is, how do I define my level of success? As long as I make a profit and it caters for my needs, I have achieved success. And as long as I help somebody, I know I'm able to stretch a hand to other people, it means I have defined my level of success. Just like I said, it's not all about me, it's about other people who are vouching for me, other people who are behind me and stuff. So basically that.
Oh, that's a very good perspective. It's now given me a thought of going back to my drawing boards and asking myself a question. Am I following my path of success? My other question for you is, success is something that comes with a lot of pressures from families, friends, and attracts the wrong or right people. If not handled with care, it can ruin or build one's reputation.
True.
How do you deal with success to prevent shaking your stance?
Very profound question. So how do I deal with success? Well, success comes with a lot of pressure, just like the question says. You attract wrong people. For instance, sorry to say this about women, but most women, they want to be with successful men. When they see you doing good, you attract a lot of women, for instance. So as your family, when they see that you're doing great, they want to cling to you, they want to come close. Even friends, there are some friends who want to come close when you're doing great and when you're successful and you've made a lot of money and stuff. Nobody wants to associate themselves with people that are irrelevant, or rather don't have a valuable life. So how do you handle such pressure? It takes me back to my previous point where I said you need to be preserved. A person who's preserved, a person who lives a private life, won't attract wrong things. Why? Because people won't know what you're doing. People won't know how much you're worth. People will just be wondering, saying, we see that guy walking out, coming in, maybe at your couple 10 hours, he comes back 12 hours. What does this guy do? They have such questions within them. You don't flash off what you own on social media. For instance, if you own a car and stuff, you start flashing it on social media. Yeah, quite right, you're supposed to be happy and stuff. But trust me, you showing off what you own or what you have attracts wrong things. Most people, like I said, want to attract themselves with wrong let me rephrase that. Most people want to socialize with you when you've made it in life. So how do you handle success? 1, you need to be preserved. 2, you need to live a private life, which is almost the same thing. 3, you need to be disciplined. If you don't have discipline, you start exposing and spending anyhow. A person without discipline doesn't know what to do at that time. They'll just do whatever they have to without even budgeting and stuff. They just spend anyhow. So you need discipline. Then the other thing is you need to stretch your hand to other people. Trust me, when you make it in life, the mistake we make is we want to revenge on the people that were mistreating us. Ask yourself this question: if those people were not maybe mistreating me like you say, would I have come to this level? No, they helped you reach that level. So you need to be grateful to those people and just stretch your hand to them as well. It takes me back to the story of Joseph in the Bible. Joseph was sold by his brothers. If his brothers didn't sell him to Egypt, he wouldn't have become prime minister. So we always have to be thankful even to the people we think were mistreating us and stuff. So I can go on and on talking, but I will end there.
Speaking about discipline, this one has really caught my attention. My question to you is, what advice do you have to people, to somebody who's aspiring to do entrepreneurship?
Okay, so my advice to people out there is just follow your passion, check which field works best for you, research for, there are many fields, see what fits you, see what is in line with your purpose, and the most important thing, seek guidance from God. And when you make it in life, when you feel you've defined your level of success, always be preserved, disciplined, and stay focused. Then the other thing is you face challenges, quite alright, but always know that everything you own in life belongs to God. Never forget giving back to people and God. That's my advice for you people. Yeah.
Well, this has also spoken to me because I'm also aspiring to do entrepreneurship. Thank you so much for being part of this very beautiful conversation with the one and only Mr. Chileshe, also known as Mr. Chills. Please stream his music on Spotify, Boomplay. The one and only. Thank you so much. Until we catch up next time, bye for now.